Hello everyone and welcome, and we are back in the TGP series, and we are in Australia, and I am with my new teammate Sir Lane from Co-op. We have joined as teammates at Lotus, and something I noticed in qualifying was that, as you see, I qualified in 10th, was that the mid-grid has closed up a lot. And on top of that, just to give you a bit more pain, I kind of left traction control off, which I'm not used to. I can still drive around, I don't just sit there spinning, but I'm slower, and that affected my race a lot. But as we go out to the grid, I don't think you can tell by my start, because you can hear loads of wheel spin. You can see the fact that I'm not shifting into second so quickly. It's all part of the process. So Sam on pole and TRL Schumacher in second. TRL is very impressive, and he's in TRL, so he's been very successful. I've had Quattro leave, and he's been the dominant champion the past 2 years. Now Mafuza, I think he actually qualified on pole, if I'm thinking correctly. He got a 10-place grid penalty for something. As we are away, and you can see loads and loads of wheel spin as the field escapes me, but I'm still alongside Simoncelli, and I brake into the first corner, a little bit of contact in the Marussia, and I've gone wide a little bit, and I've bogged down coming out of the corner. I'm in 11th place. I've passed Brandon, who's had a problem coming out of the exit, and going into the turn 2. Is it turn 2? I think it's turn 2. And Arte spins it round, and he's in the wall. But we've got Ross and I think Kells fighting for position in front. Now these two, they look like they're very competitive in pace wise. They're both clean as well, which is always a good thing to see. But you can see Kells has been on the grass a little bit. I'm just going to go straight down his inside. He's left a gap for me. Easy pickings really, with Kells, because he went wide. And you can see that out of the corners usually I'm quite aggressive, but I went until the car was basically straight, so I had the least wheel spin. So that's why my lap times are so far down on what they were last year, or last season even. Sorry, it wasn't last year that I did the race. So yeah, 6th place from 10th on the grid. Not bad at the moment. As Ross goes wide, I think I can catch Ross in 5th place. My race pace seems to be better than my qualifying pace, although there are a lot of people who have spun out or had a problem. So you can't count that out. But as we go around the last corner, Ross had a good exit out of that final corner, and Kells also had a good exit, and Kells is looking at overtaking me very soon, because he's right there, right in my gearbox. As we take the first corner in 4th gear, and then we use a little bit of curves out of the corner, but he's got the speed and he's going to try down the outside, but there's going to be nowhere for him there. He can't outbrake me, and that's that. But the two in front look like they're having a battle as well. I think it's Ross and Platinum Impulse. I'm not sure. They're having a battle in front. As you can see, because there's 3 cars in front. I don't know who's involved. But you see that Ross has been slow. He might have had the same problem Kelsey when I overtook him, but there's no way through for me. But here, Ross has made a little bit of a mistake. I'm going to round his outside. I'm using all of my curves. Going into the fast turn 10 and 11. Will I be able to pass it round the outside? Yes, just about. Pass around the outside. Very lucky move, as I think Kells gets past Ross as well at the same time. So Ross loses 2 positions to the corner, and I have got Platinum Impulse in front of me now, and he is in 4th place. So the race was, I felt, going okay for me at this point. My pace is a bit down, but if you look at the result in the top left hand corner, it's pretty good. But on lap 3 I wanted to switch to my normal traction control setting, because I just couldn't, I kept on wheel spinning and I was losing lots of time, and I could feel that I was going to fall off the road soon. Oh no, wait, no, that's Platinum Impulse spun and then I spun it. Sorry, I've got this completely wrong. It's next lap that I pit, I think, or lap 5. but I made a spin out of the last corner. Plasma Impulse, who spun it on the previous corner, is now catching. Can he pass me? He does round the outside, and Ross can't attack me, but I think that Ross has got the run on me down here. None of us have DRS, it seems, but I have a lot more straight line speed. The Plasma Impulse is going to go straight down to the inside, but it turns out that's lag, and they're actually in front of me, which is really annoying. And I've got Simoncelli behind me, and I'm down into 6th place. Not going well then for me at the moment. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch them up by the end. It's going to be a bit of an ask. But the battle in front of us is looking like a great battle, but I just can't match their pace. Plasma Impulse is really up to his pace. Ross is new to the league, so we didn't know where he'd be. Kells seems to have upped his pace as well. But considering last year I had a 5 races in a row where I only scored 1 point, and considering a lot of the lobbies only had like 12 people, you can see how badly those went. So getting this, I just needed the points to keep me just there or thereabouts. But I've got the DRS here, and you can see I'm closing up on the pair in front quite a lot as we go into the first corner, and I've gone wide onto the grass, and I'm still going to use my curves out the corner to try and give myself a little bit of breathing room to Simoncelli, but there's no way through for me. Now I wanted to bring you some news, although I might have already done it. Yeah, that I'll be live comming Formula Xbox races. I won't be doing the qualifying as Plasma Impulse is in gravel and I go up into P5, but I won't be live comming the qualifying, because that's probably going to be quite boring. But I'll live com the races. I'll still record the qualifying in case of any stewards incidents or anything like that, but live comming the races, so you should expect those on Sunday, because I'll just quickly stitch the audio together with the video and then produce it and then upload it overnight, and it should be done. Though maybe like midday Sunday, because my internet connection is shocking. So as we go into the last sector of the lap, and we have Plasma Impulse in front of us again, so I think that was just a glitch of some kind. But we are in P5, which is a good result, but we're into the pits on lap 5, 1 lap earlier than it said to, and it's straight onto the assists, put it back on, and I should be fine now. No more wheel spinning problems for me. There's my lights flashing at the back for some reason. It's not wet, so I don't know why it's doing that, because it's usually a wet, it's used in the wet even. I always use curves out the pits. Usually it costs me, because I usually outbrake myself at the first corner, so I really shouldn't do that, but it's just for competitive reasons. But I've got my teammate behind me, and I'm afraid that's really it, because people pit in front of me and I just, you know, pass them in the pits, which is not very interesting at all. So a reasonable result, I think, for now. Yeah, P5. Now at the end I was being caught by Arte quite a lot, but there wasn't enough time for him to catch up, and Plasma Impulse was escaping from me. So a really good 4th place Plasma Impulse, some solid points for me in 5th place. You know, 10 points, still a really good result for Lotus. Because Lotus, we had quite a barren streak in the middle last year, although Deadly Cowpack kept it up. Although Deadly Cowpack's moved to Red Bull now because he's a traitor. No, he's not really. But I've got Sir Lane now, and Sir Lane's very consistent, as you see if you look at the Afro League. He's very consistent there. But that's been it from me. 5th place, not bad. But this has been Alex Stop, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.